Hey, what up? This is Solo Traveler ORD, and thanks again for checking out another one of my videos. Of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Hit that bell while you are here, and I appreciate the support. So I'm back again with another reaction. I have another video on Asian women that are talking about the whole big thing that's going on in reference to the passport bros as well as the blue book gentleman or whatever. So basically, she actually had a video before that she actually made responding to a couple people criticisms in reference to that actual video that she made, and now she's actually responding to those people and doubling down on all the information that she was talking about. She actually expanded a bit more on that information, especially telling brothers or passport bros, blue book gentlemen, travelers, whatever, to go where you're respected, which is very important. So without any further ado, let's jump into the video. Let's see what up with what she's saying.
I want to expand a little bit on this passport bro situation because a lot of people are upset at me, calling me a pygmy, saying like men only go overseas because they're the bottom of the barrier here that no one wants, and they only want women that's easy to control.
Number one, first thing I'm gonna say, that is false. That most of these men are basically what they're saying, that most of these women don't want these men, which is really false. I know a lot of men that actually started going overseas. They had women, they had wives and things like that in the States, just that they just had enough of the culture that was going on in the United States. So it's kind of funny that they love to throw out those jabs at these brothers that are traveling, which is far from the truth. I mean, I know that, you know what, there are a few brothers that might be like that, you know, some men that might be awkward, whatever, but that's not everybody. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to make a blanket statement that every single person that's traveling, that's dealing with other women in other countries, are basically awkward or have issues, whatever, which is false.
They want a maid, they want a servant, they want a doormat, etc. In what world that gives you an impression that women overseas are easier to control, easier to manipulate, that we're not smart to see what a good man is?
Exactly. And that's one of the funny things, is that a lot of the women that has talked about foreign women, they have made it seem like they're looking out for their best interests, as if these women I don't know what's going on, you know, with life, making it seem like they're just dumb, ignorant, stupid, which is far from the truth. And again, these women have been raised in cultures that they know what is a bad man and they know what is a good man. They can sense that. I mean, they're going back to the natural order of sensing things, such as of understanding how men operate, understanding how people operate. So this is just how it is, and they don't need help. These foreign women don't need help at all.
And for the people that bring in race about this, never once I mentioned race in my video. And men are not only going to Asia, they're going to Africa, they're going to Dominican Republic, Costa Rica, like anywhere.
Exactly. We're going to all those places to find a mate, whether it be just like she said, Dominican Republic. Men are going to Costa Rica, Mexico, Brazil, you know, Colombia, Thailand, Philippines, whatever you could think of, places in Africa, like she said, you know. And it's just, this is just what it is, you know. And a lot of them, they don't like this. They don't like seeing this. They don't like seeing the fact that a lot of these men have said that they had enough, and they're showing the American culture, showing the fact that they're just gonna go walk with their feet. They're gonna go to these places and find something better,
except staying in America. And for the people saying I'm belittling American women, all I said is some women here are ungrateful. As he should. That is ungrateful. I still stand for what I said. If a man does the same thing, he is ungrateful too. Why women here calling us easy to manipulate, easy to control, low education, don't speak English, born to be a maid. You see where I'm going with this? Personally, I'm not offended, because if the shoe doesn't fit, let it slide. So if you're not those American women that I'm calling ungrateful, it's not about you. I'm not calling about you.
Exactly. That's one thing I just don't stand. I don't understand. You got a lot of women that's jumping, especially even jumped on my channel, just going crazy, talking about several things, that especially things that I've never even said, you know, especially, you know, just referencing a lot of, you know, certain types of women or so. And it's like, wait a minute, if the shoe doesn't fit, what does it matter? And a lot of times I guess that, hey, hit dog holler, a lot of them are upset because a lot of them are doing this. A lot of this stuff hits home with a lot of these women.
And in the video, I mentioned the qualities man wants in the woman. Which is true. Most men want that, no matter where he's from. And people calling them, oh, they're broke, they have nothing going on in America, that's why they have to live overseas.
And that, again, that is far from the truth. The fact that for you to be able to, and I've even spoke about this, to be able to travel every 2 months or every 3 months, you gotta have money. Those flights are not cheap. You're spending, depending on where you're coming from, especially for me coming out of Chicago, my flight costs easily at least $500-600 to get out of here for a round trip. Now things have actually has soared up. Going to several destinations I like to go to. I know that before 2019, my flights basically they were extremely low. The next thing you know, by 2019, everything was extremely sky high. Then it was the pandemic that actually brought all the flights back down, which I was glad about. But now you can see that the prices, they're back to pre-pandemic. So it's crazy.
I'm just saying, not a lot of people in America has passports, which is kind of weird for a first world country. Also, if you have to travel overseas frequently or actually leave the country, that really doesn't equate to broke. If you're broke, you can't really do that. And it's so funny because I don't see negative comments coming from anyone when women are actually traveling outside of the country saying, oh, I'm gonna go to Dubai, I'm gonna go to the Middle East, find me a rich man that's spoiled.
No. Let me correct that. A lot of these women that are going to Dubai, they're tricking off. I mean, we've seen the text messages, we've seen the videos, we've seen all of that stuff that's been going on. A lot of these women that are going to these places, especially Jamaica, we've seen the video that they are tricking off. And a lot of times what they're doing is they're basically saying that the passport bros are doing exactly what they're doing. And it's like, come on now, really? Understand there are other guys, whatever, that are actually doing that. And a lot of them don't even associate themselves as being passport bros. So it's like, they're just trying to throw anything at, these people that are trying to travel, find relationship, trying to find, a wife or whatever. They're trying to do anything they can to basically disrupt that whole movement or so.
Me and everything. And on top of that, they add on comments saying how shitty American men are. Which now, that part I don't really understand.
Yeah, and it's been going on for the past 30, 40, 50 years. They've been talking bad about men in general.
Because when women are putting down men, it's okay. And when men are putting down women, it's not okay. Actually, both are not okay. I'm just saying, go where you're respected. If you don't think you have what you want here, leave, go somewhere else. For men and for women. Anyways, I don't need to be paid. I'm happily in a relationship. It's almost like fucking perfect for 8 years. So, if you're single, do not tell me relationship advice and what I need to hear. And if you need advice, actually go to someone who qualifies and actually happy in a relationship. If you don't like me, block me. It is so easy.
Exactly. What she said is a lot of truth. The fact is that, you got to go where you're respected. And that's what a lot of these men are doing. They're going where they are respected. They're going where they are valued. They're no longer going to put up with what's going on in the States. Basically, the States, Western culture, basically say that men are no longer valued. They have no value, and that basically that we're disposable, which is pretty wrong. One thing we like about other countries is that they respect men. They say that they actually honor, respect men, and they like men. So, that's one of the biggest issues that is plaguing, the modern society, is the fact that men feel unappreciated with what they do, and they feel like they're getting robbed, especially in these dates, that all the dates that they're going through, from meal dashes, women, going out for men just for free meals, and then after that they ghost them. So we all know about that. That's been going on for a while. There's actually been articles of women. There's actually an article of a woman who actually, they're like praising her for doing that. And she caught no heat for doing that. But then when a man started doing that, he went to jail. So it's like, whoa, that's crazy. You know, for me, I'm kind of old school. I grew up, you know, I'm an 80s baby. So basically, you know, it's regular for me. It's kind of hard for me not to pay for a meal if I take a woman out. You know, I know that things are different with most of these millennials that are born in 1990, that they want to go Dutch on meals and so forth. But it's kind of hard for me not to do that. It's kind of like ingrained in me, unfortunately. So if I were to take a woman out, yes, I'm gonna pay for the entire meal for both of us. You know, so that's just how I've been raised and so forth. But one thing also to think about, so these men that are leaving out of the United States, think about it. They're going anywhere else to find love except for in the United States, where they're from, which is pretty sad. That's pretty bad. You know, that says a lot. That says that things are not right in the United States, and something needs to be corrected with what's going on with dating relationships. But it is what it is, and I'm just glad that brothers are trying to find other ways to be happy in their life, you know, instead of just putting up with whatever is being given to them. But it's your boy, the Solo Traveler ORD. Thanks again for checking out the video. Don't forget to leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think about this. Did she get it right, or is she wrong? Well, thanks again for checking this out. I'm out. Peace.